Hello and happy Wednesday. Okay, so today we have very special VA news. The funding fee, you may have seen it on social media because the moment it hit, every lender in America was talking about it. So what's going on? Okay, so VA recently announced that they're going to be decreasing the funding fee. Now, first things first, if you get disability from VA, you're exempt from the funding fees. So this video, feel free to like it, hit a subscribe, but it's not for you. This is just for veterans who need to pay the funding fee. So what's happened is it's a slight reduction, okay? So for instance, first-time users of the VA loan, generally they get charged 2.3%. Now they're gonna be charged 2.15% as that funding fee. So let's do easy math. So if I'm doing a $100,000 loan, the funding fee used to be $2,300, but as of April 7th, purchases that close on April 7th, refinances that close April 7th or later, it would be $2,150, okay? So let's do it on a big, and here's the thing. So when this first happened, I was like, gosh, should we stop closing purchases until April 7th? Because this is only active after April 7th. If you guys close next week, doesn't apply to you. If you close April 6th, does not apply to you. And when I started looking at the math, look, it's always up to the veteran's decision as well as the sellers, but the cases where I'm gonna be pushing to close after April 7th is really gonna be if you're set to close that first week of April. So if you guys are shopping right now and your real estate agent saying, hey, let's close April 6th before Easter holiday. No, close after Easter holiday because then you will get that discount. Now, just to give you guys perspective, the most expensive VA funding fee is subsequent use, which was prior 3.6. That has a bigger drop. That went down to 3.3%. And you're like, wow, that must be huge. Well, let's look at it on $1 million loan. So, and this is big, right? So on $1 million loan, you're using your VA again. You are not doing any money down, 0%, right? $36,000 is the current VA funding fee. Laughs uncomfortably should be in the captions. With the new funding fee effective after April 7th, that cuts down to $33,000. So in a situation like that, you are saving $3,000, but in most other situations, it's a couple $100, maybe $1,000, $2,000, but it's really the subsequent use at those higher loan amounts where, of course, you see the most bang for your buck because it is a percentage. So how do I feel about this? Look, guys, anything they give you, I'm for. Decrease it. It's too high. I agree. VA loans actually don't default that much that they're really that high risk that you need these fat funding fees. However, these funding fees go towards a lot more than just the loans. So, I think it's great that they're recognizing that housing's, increasingly becoming more affordable. They're reducing the funding fee as a show of we hear you. But, do I think it's going to make a huge difference in how I qualify people? No. I mean, look, if you didn't qualify at a loan amount, me having a slightly reduced funding fee, even though it's financed in, isn't going to change your qualification much. I would look at it more as a yay, doesn't cost as much type of moment. And if you guys are, looking at buying a house right now and you're going to be closing that first week of April, okay, I would be asking your real estate agent if it's possible. Okay. And look, it depends on your loan amount, guys. If I'm looking at a $100,000 loan, we're talking about $2,300 versus $2,150. We're talking about $150. In a situation like that, it may not make sense, right? So it's something you want to talk to your lender about, you want to talk to your realtor about. But if right now you're talking to your real estate agent and they're like, we should close before Easter. If you have to pay that funding fee, just say, actually, I would like to close after Easter so I get this additional benefit, okay? And some people are like, well, why can't I just close on April 7th? Well, guys, April 7th, beyond being my birthday, yep, threw that in there, it's also Ash Friday. And so a lot of title companies around the country are closed. A lot of the county recorders are closed, and they need to be open when you close in order to put the house in your name. And then you go into the Easter weekend, you know, in certain parts of the country, it looks like there's some title companies open on Monday, but in other parts there's not. You know, some counties are, some counties, it's all gonna depend. So I would really say if you wanna take advantage of that funding fee decrease, to close on or after April 11th, because based on the holiday schedules I was looking at, that is the safest bet. So look, they reduced the funding fee a little bit. Cool, we like that. We would like more of that, all right? Any questions, comments, please feel free to reach out. And look, this affects everything. So the 5% down, now instead of being 1.65% funding fee is 1.5%, you know, it affects everything. So make sure you're talking to your lender about how it affects you. Our systems are gonna be automatically integrating it pretty soon, so it will be an auto thing. But, you know, right now, if a lender's doing a loan summary and they have the current funding fees, don't be freaked out by that. I'm not going to be quoting, you know, the 2.15. Let's say it's your first time use. I'm going to be quoting 2.3 until I know when you're closing and that changes, because I don't want to quote you at 2.15 and then you have a March 31st close, because then I've got a problem. So if the lender's still showing, you know, what the current funding fees are till April 7th, don't let that freak you out. We don't know when you're going to close, and we're going to err on the side of caution. So as always, guys, I'm licensed in 48 states. You know I love doing VA loans. So please, please, please let me and my team help you. We're here to support you guys. Thanks for watching.